Hi, beautiful moms. Welcome back to Single Mom Diary, where every story is real, raw, and full of heart. One mom, many dreams. Are you a single mom feeling like your own joy has been pushed to the very bottom of your never-ending to-do list? Do you ever wonder if it's even possible to find happiness when life feels like a constant balancing act? Bills, kids, work, exhaustion, repeat? If you're nodding right now, you're not alone. I've been there. And today, I want to share something deeply personal, my journey of reclaiming joy. Because here's the truth, joy is not gone. It may feel hidden, but it's still within you. And if I could find my way back to it, so can you. So grab a cup of coffee, sit with me for a few minutes, and let's walk through this together. Part 1. The invisible load. Being a single mom can sometimes feel like you're running a marathon, except no one told you when the finish line is. Every day you're the chef, the nurse, the teacher, the chauffeur, the provider, the protector. And in the middle of all that, where do you fit in? I remember days when I'd rush from work to pick up my child, cook dinner, help with homework, fold laundry, and by the time the house was finally quiet, I'd just sit on the edge of my bed, completely drained. Not sad, not angry, just empty. What I didn't realize then was this. Always putting myself last wasn't noble. It was slowly erasing me. And one day I realized this wasn't sustainable. Something had to change. Part 2. Hitting rock bottom and the wake-up call. My wake-up call didn't come in a dramatic way. It was one ordinary night. After work, dinner, and dishes, I tucked my child into bed. When I finally sat down, I couldn't hold it in anymore. I cried. The kind of tears that come from deep exhaustion. And in that moment, I realized I wasn't just tired, I was unhappy. I couldn't even remember the last time I laughed freely or did something just for me. That realization hurt, but it was also freeing. Because once I admitted how unhappy I was, I could finally do something about it. So I made a decision. I wasn't going to just survive anymore. I was going to reclaim my joy. Part 3. Small steps, big impact. Here's the thing. Reclaiming joy doesn't mean booking a vacation, changing your life overnight, or waiting until circumstances are perfect. It starts with small, intentional steps. For me, it was 15 minutes of quiet in the morning. Just me, no phone, no chores, sometimes just breathing and sipping coffee. I also started delegating small tasks to my child. Yes, the toys weren't perfectly put away, but it gave me space. And I fought back against the guilt, because I had to remind myself, self-care isn't selfish. When I'm better, my child is better. And you know what? These tiny steps made a huge difference. For the first time in years, I felt glimmers of hope, of energy, of joy. Part 4. Navigating the shifting sands. Now here's where it gets real. Reclaiming joy also meant setting boundaries. And that wasn't easy. Boundaries with my child, teaching them that mommy needs a moment is okay. See, boundaries with my ex, protecting my time and energy. Even boundaries with friends or family, learning to say no when I was already stretched thin. And just as important, I had to build a support system. People who understood, who encouraged, who lifted me up instead of draining me. And let's be honest, some days, joy still felt out of reach. Some days I slipped back into survival mode, but I learned to embrace imperfection. Because joy isn't about having it all together. It's about choosing to try again tomorrow. Part 5. My joy, my legacy. What surprised me most was how reclaiming my joy impacted my child. When I laughed more, they noticed. When I had the energy to play, they noticed. When I stopped snapping out of sheer exhaustion, they noticed. And it hit me. Reclaiming joy isn't just for me. It's my legacy to my child. Because kids don't just need a mom who sacrifices. They need a mom who lives, who dreams, who smiles. And that realization became fuel for me to keep choosing joy again and again. So if you're watching this and feeling like joy is gone, I want you to hear me clearly. It's not gone. It may be buried, but it's still inside you. Reclaiming joy doesn't happen all at once. It happens in the small steps, the boundaries, the support, the decision to keep going. You deserve joy. Not someday, not when life is easier, but right now. What's one small thing you could do today just for you? It doesn't have to be big. Even 5 minutes of peace counts. Drop it in the comments. Let's inspire each other. If this spoke to you, give this video a like. Not just for me, but as a reminder to yourself that you're choosing joy. Share it with another single mom who might need this encouragement. And subscribe to Single Mom Diary. Because here, we don't just survive, we thrive together. Remember, joy isn't a destination, it's a practice, and it's always worth reclaiming. One mom, many dreams.